Hello folks, welcome to the Friday forecast. So final day of the week. We did get some moves. I was in a couple of trades, still am in one. So let's take a look at the market. This is the euro and the US dollar, and I would just for you to keep in mind today is NFP. So I'm not trading today, I'm just maintaining my positions. And yeah, let's go over what I saw with the euro and the US dollar. So in the prior price action, we did actually have this V reversal. As I talked about yesterday, the price did reverse to the upside. And then at the top, we did actually form an ascending structure. So let's go over that. Let's zoom in a bit so you can see a bit better. We did form a nice clean ascending structure. So I did like this. And then I was looking for a reversal. So I was looking for the price to reverse. And at this point, so on my personal account, I did not take this trade because it wasn't that high probability for me. But on the FTMO challenge account, I did take it because today is the last day. I am down a couple of percent and I want to get in above break even. I want to get a free retry. So I did place this order on the FTMO challenge. But for my personal account, I just wanted to see a bit more of a push. And as I said, we have NFP news, so I don't tend to trade after the London Open. And this was just before the London Open. Maybe it was at the exact time that London opened. So for me, this was a marginal trade between a valid and high probability. So as I said, I decided to stay out on my personal account. But for the FTMO challenge, I took it since today is the last day. So then I got tagged in and now I am in some profit. So let's see what this sort of price action will bring us. I think I need it to reach to about this level for me to get a free retry. So let's see if I will get a free retry or if I will fail the $100,000 challenge. And what I can forecast on this pair, so I think that the price as it currently stands will reverse to downside because of this ascending, and we had sort of weakness in this impulse, so it's kind of a larger ascending when you look at it, but it's not that clean. The pattern is not that clean, so I would say it's not that high probability. So what I will be looking for on, let's say, Monday is to get a nice push and then a nice flag. Or if anyone is trading today, I'm not placing any more trades. Since it is NFP, I don't trade NFP. So look for a flag, look for another push down, look for a nice reversal and a nice confirmation that a reversal will happen from this ascending. Just look for the price to push down. If price decides to descend, then you can look for a reversal to the upside. Something like this. Or if we do get a V right here, sort of a volatility, I would say look for a push up and then a nice flag to go to the upside. But this is not that big of a push, so I would not really classify it as a volatility. Also, maybe if we start to descend, get more of this larger descending, look for a reversal. But do be careful if we start to just range around like this. That would be a very, very bad sign, especially on Monday and Tuesday, which are predominantly range-bound days. So I would be very careful with this sort of a formation. So for EU, as I said, we are reversing from this ascending structure. Look for the price to push down more and then look to sell. That's my best advice for you. And let's now switch over to the euro and the Japanese yen. So this one is looking very, very clean for an ascending structure. So we did get this range right here. We were range bound and then we did get a nice breakout and we started to ascend. We started to break the highs and retrace. So let me just draw it a little bit better. So we did start to break and retrace. And this is forming a nice ascending. So I am looking for a reversal to the downside, something like this. or maybe that we get more of a reversal, then look for a large push down, look for a nice flag. So yeah, currently this is a really clean ascending. We are breaking the highs, leaving wicks, retracing. So I do like this. Also, a possibility is always that we can get an ascending and then a push in the same direction. On the euro pairs, they do like to do that sort of price action. If we do start to descend, I would be a bit careful, because that can just signal a larger range. Since we did have this ascending going into a descending, usually signals a larger range. So yeah, for the euro and the Japanese yen, we have a clean ascending. Look for a reversal or look for another large impulse up, and then look to buy. This is looking clean. I do like this price action, so keep that in mind. And on Monday and Tuesday, do be a bit more patient, since those are more range bound days. So now let's take a look at the Aussie and US dollar. This pair right here is not looking good. This is looking pretty crappy. So we did have this nice impulse up, really nice impulse, push, pull back, another impulse, and at that point I was really happy to look for a flag, which unfortunately we did not get. Instead we broke the high, left a huge wick, retraced, and at that point I was thinking that the price will reverse, but as you can see we just continued to range around. So that is not a really good sign. That is a sign we will get further ranging price action. So I am expecting to see something like this. Some more range bound price action. Since Mondays and Tuesdays are range bound, maybe NFP news will push the price up or down. So that's why we have this stalling, these stalling candles. What usually happens before NFP, the markets just quiet down, they pause, and then there is a huge explosion up or a huge explosion down, a release of momentum, where we do get a large move because of the news, and everyone is currently waiting for the news that can be the case. So personally, what I will look for on this pair, I would like to see just a large push up and then a flag. Maybe for this momentum, this sort of momentum to continue. Maybe this is just a pause. So if we do get a large push up, I will look for a nice flag. Also, if we do get a large impulse down, I will look to sell, but it really needs to be large. I want to see that nice conviction. If we do start to descend like this, I will look for a reversal to the upside. And if we do start to ascend, I will look for a reversal to the downside. But as I said, all of these cases I really need to see clean price action, because the current one is looking very range bound, so I need to see some nice confirmation. Nothing more to say here. There were no opportunities for me to enter. Unfortunately, I did not get in on any trades. So let's take a look at the Aussie Japanese yen. This one is a bit more interesting. So we did have an opportunity to enter right here, and what we had is we had this descending structure, and then we did reverse up. But for me personally, there was an indication of a range in the prior price action, because we broke the high, retraced, then we went down, broke this low, retraced, left the wick, broke the low, retraced, left the absolutely huge wick, broke this high, and got some momentum but not enough. So for me personally, there was an indication a larger range will happen. This impulse was pretty small, it was nothing to write home about, there was not much momentum. So I did stay out of this trade, but for anyone that did take this, they would now be in heavy profit. They would take some nice percentage, so congratulations to those. But for me personally, this was not enough of a push. I wanted to see a larger push up, and then I would look for a trade. So then price impulsed up, and at this point this was looking really nice. Then what happened, we got a one candle pullback, continued, and got a semi clean close, so almost no wick. But this was looking textbook. This was looking like the best trade I have ever seen on this pair. Well, one of the best trades I have ever seen. This just looks, it can't get any better than this. We have a huge impulse up, we have a 1 candle pullback. It turned out to be a bullish candle. We continued, got almost no wick. So this is just textbook trade. I was 100% ready to place a pending order, which I did. Got tagged in, and then price continued up. I did move my stops when we broke this high. I moved my stops underneath the most recent low, and I got tagged out for a 0.5% win. So that was okay, nothing to write home about because of the small percentage. But this trade is just something to really study because it looks so good. And then what happened? Price broke the low, retraced, and now we are stuck in a range. So nothing special. We are kind of range bound. So this turned out to be a pause. We did break the high, left a huge wick, broke the low, no momentum, left the wick, and now we have this range. So I'm expecting to see more of that sort of price action, to be honest. I'm expecting to see more of this. What I would look for, to look for a trade, I would look for this nice clean momentum to happen again, and to maybe get a nice large push up. Look for a flag or maybe a continuation pattern. Just a second. So maybe a continuation pattern, something like this. Push, pull back, another push, break, and a retest trade. That is what I would look for. I would look for this sort of momentum to happen again, because the current price action is heavily range bound. I would look also for a large impulse down and then a nice flag as always. Or if we do start to descend, I will look for a reversal to the upside, like this. Or if we start to ascend, I will look for a reversal to a downside. One thing to note, reversals don't usually tend to work out on this pair. They usually tend to fail. So there's like a 80 or 90% chance a reversal will fail. So if we do get a reversal, it really needs to look really good. It needs to be high probability. And yeah, that's about it. That's something to keep in mind. According to my backtesting on Aussie Japanese yen, reversals don't usually tend to work out. I tend to take only continuation trades. So like this is a continuation trade because we continued with the prior momentum, and this would be a reversal trade because we had a descending structure and we reversed to the upside, as you can see right here. That's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you took some value. Hope maybe some of you took this trade and gained some percentage. So yeah, that's it for the forecast. I will see you guys in the next week. And if you want to see some evening forecasts, check out my Instagram. I do post every day. So yeah, that's it, and I will see you guys in the next week.